Simple Man with Ethan Crelinsten, Nicky Rod, and Damien Anderson. Oh, stay a while if you know about the jiu-jitsu. If you don't, you can come too. This is BT.
All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Simple Man podcast. I'm Nicky Rod.
Ethan Crelinsten.
Nicky Ryan.
Salman.
Salman.
Also, when you talk like...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, want to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have a very special guest today.
Salman.
Salman. Yeah. Yes, sir. So, all right. It's a beautiful day.
What's your belt?
Black.
Black belt, yeah?
Yeah.
How long have you been training?
Since late 2014.
Is your whole family invested in jiu-jitsu?
No, I'm the only person like within my siblings that does jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah.
But in Qatar, there's only like four black belts.
Oh, wow.
3 of them are from my same family. 2 of them are my cousins. And there's another one, and he's just like he's a doctor.
Oh, wow.
But he's not competitive or anything.
Okay.
What's your training like over there compared to here at B Team?
Training over there, I think the biggest difference between there and here is that the size difference. The people that I train with in Qatar at like such a high level are quite heavy.
They're bigger, yeah?
Yeah. I think the lightest person that's a black belt, that's compared to a black belt, is like 82.
Oh.
And then Mateus Javier, he's Leo Vera's black belt. He runs Checkmat in Qatar, where I train at, and yeah, he's ultra heavyweight.
Big boys
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, I went to the Checkman out there with him, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to train with 90% of the people here because they're
They're all
enormous.
big.
It's the perfect place for Nicky Rod, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
They're all just huge.
So, okay, so you guys just came back from you were out there for like a full month?
Almost a full month.
Almost a full month. So, all right, so you first, before that trip, you had come out here and visited. So tell us about that a bit. Like you heard about B Team, obviously your antics on YouTube and all that stuff, and Craig and everything.
Yeah.
So how'd you end up at B Team in the first
So
place?
I had a fight lined up in Qatar with
A specific organization. Not 0, not 2, but something between there.
Yep.
Okay.
And Darren, if you guys don't know Darren,
Aiga.
Yeah, it works with Iga.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean he helped me so much with everything. He introduced me to Craig, and both of them really set everything up. And asked Nicky to help me. This is actually a funny story. It was supposed to be Craig actually taking care of me throughout the entire process. And then the day I landed in Austin, I went straight to the gym, and Craig was like, he said, I didn't want to tell you before you flew out, but I'm traveling tomorrow. And he's
Craig's
like,
been here like 2 days in 2024, I think, so far.
and then he was like, but I think it's better. I prefer Nicky to be with you.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
If I had to choose a coach, Craig or Nicky, I'm choosing Nicky.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Fuck Craig.
Craig's like the father that's abandoned all his children. He's out there in the world having more children, probably.
Left for milk, never came back.
Exactly, milk and cigarettes. So, all right. So Nicky's watching out for you over here. You spent how long at B Team? Their first trip? It was like two weeks.
A bit more.
Was it really? I thought it was like under 2 weeks.
No. I think it was more.
I was injured. I also...
Yeah, he wasn't there in the beginning.
Right?
Yeah, I wasn't in the gym every day.
It was like after class, I'll just work with Damien or Nicky Rod or you.
So about
J-Dog.
2 weeks, and then...
Bro, so your family's quite powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mind talking about this? It's such a rare.
Yeah, you can talk.
You're in a very
sorry.
rare spot. You know, what's it like growing up in a family like yours?
Well, like people in Qatar actually are part of my family. They're very humble people.
Yeah.
They're not like living like up in the
Not like
clouds.
Nicky Rod, basically.
Yeah, they're very humble people, and so I grew up in a like a normal sort of down to earth environment.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But was it like a house, or you grew up in like a palace with like Ferraris and Bugattis and shit like that? Like, I'm just super curious.
Yeah, the cars are nice that we have in the house.
Let them know. That's awesome.
However, like my mom, she's a professor in university. She's just like,
awesome.
yeah, she's a normal person, and
Yeah.
So it's I grew up in a humble environment, but everyone is a lot of people in Qatar are well off. The government really takes care of the people and make sure they're all taken care of.
The government takes care of the people. Is it tough paying taxes out there? Like, are you treated like
Brother,
the U.S.?
get this.
Tell me.
No taxes.
No.
I know.
What do you mean no tax?
There's just no. You don't have like I was explaining to like one of his friends. His name's Ali. That like how much like I pay in taxes every year, and he's like, that is ridiculous. He's like, I can't even fathom spending that much money, just giving that much money to the government.
Is this the new B team location in Qatar?
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Wow. What are we?
This is kind of a recent thing. Like, I feel like early 1900s, were we giving away 50% of our money to the government?
Oh, I think it was
Nah,
probably.
Tim Kennedy actually just made a post about it, like explaining
what?
the history of taxes, and like it started out as like 3% or something like that, and it's just now it's crazy, man.
How can we give the government so much money in taxes and at the same time give away billions and billions of dollars to?
Yeah, like it'd be
other
one thing
countries?
if I like paid my taxes and then like the city was pristine, there's no homeless people, and it's like you actually see your tax money being put to use. But it's like I pay a shit ton in taxes every year, and then I'm still getting harassed by homeless people every day.
Even free healthcare would be like, all right,
Yes,
at least we
exactly.
pay taxes, but at least we have free healthcare.
Yeah, there's no taxes in
Canada.
Qatar.
It's not so.
Yeah, there's no taxes in Qatar, and it's like one of the nicest cities I've ever seen.
That's amazing.
Why? How does that work? They just like.
They have so much money. They're like, we don't need your money.
Is that it?
Yeah,
They
like-
just the government itself is just so well
Culturally,
GDP or something.
yeah. Culturally, like culturally, tax is sort of frowned upon in our culture. The leadership should take care of the people. Actually, in our culture, when we pass away and hopefully we go to heaven, on Judgment Day, the leaders are the people that are judged first, because they're the people that God put responsible over others.
Oh.
So
They do a
tax
bad
is sort
job.
of tax is sort of frowned upon, and Qatar is it's a monarchy, and the people really, really care. The leadership really, really care about the people, and because it's by a family, so I feel like if the reputation of the country is down, it sort of affects the reputation of
The monarchy means it's run by
a specific
a
family.
specific
Yeah.
family. Does that ever change, or is it like sort of
No, it's it goes from father to son.
Oh, wow.
for how many years has it been?
It's been since the early 1900s.
And your family's been...
Yeah, late 1800s, early 1900s.
That's amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like not only do you not pay taxes, but the government also actually like takes care of you. Like you were telling me, like they help with like rent and stuff like that, and car payments, or no? Am I wrong?
They do. So education is for free.
Like college and whatnot?
Yeah, any type of education. So there's a list of universities. It's like
Nicky
thousands
wouldn't
of
have taken
universities
advantage of that.
all over, all over the world, whether it be in America and Europe. And if you have an acceptance from one of the universities on the list, which is a lot, and then you just go to, you have like the Ministry of Higher Education. You show them that you got an accepted letter, and then they
They pay the
for it.
tuition.
Yeah, and then we also have very good universities in Qatar. We have like some of the top universities in America, from America and Qatar. We have like Texas A&M, and Northwestern, Cornell, Georgetown.
You have those in Qatar?
Yeah, in Qatar they have campuses. in
What's
Qatar.
what's your best sport in Qatar?
Oh,
What are you guys known for?
Jiu-jitsu.
Is it really? Yeah.
It's getting
I'm
all
the
right.
competitor.
We're gonna make it jiu-jitsu soon. But
What else? Yeah, like famous. People like soccer a lot.
Soccer, yeah. That's
Yeah.
worldwide, yeah.
But like in terms of like high accomplishments, we have like an Olympic gold medalist in high jumping,
Oh, wow.
and we have like medalists in like I don't know what it's called in the Olympics. It's like rifle shooting or something, marksmanship.
Marksmanship.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. And then we have an athlete who does the rally. He does really well.
Rally car racing?
Dakar.
What you mean, running
like
or racing?
rally, like
Oh,
car-
Driving?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
such an
yeah.
awesome
Wow,
sport.
wow.
Yeah, there's a super like famous guy. He's been champion since I was a kid, and yeah, like age is not so much of a factor
In that sport.
in that sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's been doing like super well in that.
Yeah, that's awesome. We have a place out here in Texas called Rally Ready. It's actually like outside of Austin, and I don't know if they still do it now, but it was $100, and you get to drive their rally car 3 laps, and then you have a pro take you. And the difference between your driving and the professional driving is out of this world. It's insane.
Yours
it's
is like so much better than his.
First of all, you're pretty much when you're driving, like you're trying to go straight, maybe you drift a little bit. You're sideways the entire time when the professional is driving. And in addition, you'll see like maybe like a small jump or a hill, and you're like, oh, you go over it straight. It's like, nah, bro. They're sideways in the air, landing, cutting back around. It's intense. It's very intense.
Crazy
Yeah.
sport.
Yeah.
I would do it again. I think I would get into rally car post jiu-jitsu.
I feel like it's a little safer than motocrossing, right?
It's
It's surrounded by a cage.
I think you just gotta mitigate how fast. You gotta get good coaches. Mitigate how fast. I was talking to I met this guy yesterday who's like he's high up in the Monster Energy. He's training at B Team, and we're talking a little bit about motocross. I was like, yeah, like me and JayRod, my brother, we got mountain bikes because we thought it was gonna be safer than dirt bikes. And he was like, before I finished, he was like, let me guess, did somebody break their collarbone? I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, yeah. He's like, bro, I've heard this so many times. He's like, what it is that you see this bike with no engine, you're like, this is a child's toy. Like I could
hurt myself. On this.
You're like, I can just send it on this thing, and you end up going so fast and just crashing out so hard. It's like he's like, you have more respect when there's a motor. So
it's a little more powerful.
Yeah, it's more powerful. Yeah. You ever ride dirt bikes?
No,
But you do like the side by sides or the
like. Yeah.
Like the kind of
like dune buggies.
dune buggies. Yeah.
I don't go too often, but we went once. So the first time I went was with
so
him.
fun.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
shit
In the
was
dunes,
so
right?
fun. Yeah.
Did you drive or you?
Yeah, I drove. Yeah.
So
And it's like, so like they were explaining to me, like it used to be like you just rent the dune buggy and you just go out on your own, right? And you pay for like a certain amount of time, you bring it back. But I think Valerio was telling me like during the World Cup, they had so many tourists there. And like, bro, it's scary because like these dunes are huge. So it's like if someone's coming down as you're going up, like you have no idea. Wow. So there's like tons of accidents. So now they force you to like follow somebody. But that was probably like the funnest thing I did while I was
That's amazing.
out there.
so awesome.
I saw you guys on the jet skis as well, right?
Yeah, that was my first time. In both of those.
First time on a jet ski too?
Yeah, never been jet skiing before.
So
Did you get the jump waves at all?
No.
So
Wasn't
jump
too many
what?
waves.
Jump waves.
Oh, okay.
Bro, so I grew up riding dirt bikes, riding jet skis, and jet ski is like we would go out in like late August, which is like kind of hurricane season, so be some big swells, right? So you're able to hit these like 10-foot waves, and you're just flying through the air, and for a few seconds you're a bird. And there's minimal risk because you fall in the water, you know what I mean. It's kind of rare that you fall in like a sand bank or a sandbar or something, but yeah, you just crash out and you're just floating. You're good. It's one of my favorite pastimes. We don't have the ocean out here, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I seen clips in like in Dubai where guys will have two boats and they'll ride side by side making a wake and they send the jet ski on the wake.
sick.
You know, it's
So
beautiful.
cool.
You don't do much action sports or anything unsafe?
I just jiu-jitsu every day,
Yeah.
and then I have like video games that I play in my free time. But
Yeah. What's your video game, bro?
well, I go through phases. So I was playing Zelda recently.
That's an old school game. Yeah.
I was playing the game I grew up with, but I didn't play it yet.
Yeah.
So I was playing that game, and now I'm going through a chess phase. So I'm playing chess every day.
Ooh. Is that 'cause of
I got
him?
him back in the
He brought me back into it.
It's grow the
Used to have
brain.
These tournaments in Jersey, man. We'd get back, start playing
I
chess.
used to play for hours every day.
Yeah, a lot of chess back in Jersey, man. All right, so who's winning between you guys?
I'm still
Yeah.
undefeated.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He does the London Open every time.
I do.
London Open.
Nah, I switched it up a few times.
Every
But
time.
My A game is the London for sure.
I see like a Bote's sister like post about
about
London Open, and I just see Nicky Ryan liking it.
You see Nicky Ryan already liking it. That's awesome. All right, so you spent a full month out in Qatar.
Yes.
And some of the crazy shit you did was dune bugging, jet skiing.
Yeah, to be honest, we didn't do that much else. I mean, we're on like he's getting ready for a match, so we're doing 2 sessions every day, and also this man has the craziest sleep schedule ever. He's up till like 6 a.m., wakes up at like 2 p.m. and stuff. So we don't start till later in the day.
Is that because of jet lag, or that's just
No. We got out there, and he's like, we land at like 12, and we like immediately go to training like midnight.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
we land at midnight, and he's like, I'm like at his house until like 4 or 5 in the morning. He's like, this is perfect. I'm right back into my normal sleep schedule.
What are you talking about, man?
Like, oh boy.
So that schedule actually is normal in this time zone. So it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I came here, I didn't have to adjust my sleep, by the way.
Yeah, you woke up at like a normal sunrise time.
Yes.
Exactly. Honestly, exactly.
Phenomenal. So are you guys going back out? What's the plan for the next couple weeks and months? What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, we were planning to go back this Sunday, but, his match got postponed. So now he's going to stay out here a little bit longer. He might come to Vegas with us to...
Trials?
No, to the,
UFC,
Fight Pass event, and then
Pass.
head back to Qatar. He'll head back to Qatar after that,
Right. Back to
Bro, I want to hear about this Made Man cigar. Right, you know, Made Men, like gangster,
like hand rolled.
Yeah. Tell me about this rarity of cigar that you smoke, because I'm very jealous.
So he had also, for everybody out there, I was supposed to bring one today for Nicky Rod.
That's why we're outside.
And
it's okay.
About 30 minutes into the drive, I completely I just remembered that I forgot to bring the cigars.
It's okay.
But yeah, he had introduced me to one of his training partners. His name's Valerio, and him, and then actually his cousin Abdullah as well. And both of them are like really into cigars and stuff. And I told Salman that I wanted to try like a Cuban cigar because they're illegal here and stuff.
They're illegal in the States?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I think trade with Cuba is illegal.
Exactly.
Oh, there's still an embargo or something?
Yes, yeah. So you can't get them out here. So I was like, I want to try, So I ended up, it was like me, him, Valerio, and Abdullah. We all went to like this like little club thing, like cigar lounge. And we just smoked cigars out there. And thankfully they were super nice. They gave me some to bring back.
Crazy.
And
that's awesome.
Dude, it was the best cigars I've ever smoked. I'm way more interested in cigars now.
So after trying those, you're like, okay, I understand what the hype is about.
Yeah, dude, they were so nice. Yeah.
What is good about? I don't understand. Like, what is good about them? The taste,
the taste, like the head buzz that you get. Yeah. The main thing is like for me is like the taste. They taste way better than like the cheap cigars that I've tried out here. I haven't tried that many cigars in the U.S. to be honest. Like before going to Qatar, I had smoked maybe like 5-6 cigars total ever. But yeah, now that I tried the ones out there, I'm much more interested in them, and I'm gonna try and get my hands on more Cuban cigars.
It's like it's a little bit nostalgia, right? Smoking a cigar. Okay. Arnie did it.
Looks cool.
It looks cool. Like he said, the taste, the head buzz. You're just holding the stick.
Nice.
It's just nice to like, you sit outside, you're chilling, nice weather, smoke a cigar like we should be doing right now.
Yeah.
Tell them about the Fidel. That's if I had to smoke.
Oh yeah,
Fidel? But I don't smoke.
So while I was out there, he gave me this special cigar. So Fidel Castro used to have these cigars made like only for him, and he it was like the length and width were like based off of like his height and age or something like that. So something like that. Yeah, they were made only for him, and eventually he started giving them out as like gifts to like other heads of states, right? And then those people were like, this is my favorite cigar, like I want to be able to buy these. Wow. So now it's only available for like heads of state to buy these cigars, and Abdullah had some on him, and he let me try one. That has been by far my favorite cigar I've ever smoked.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a super long and like thin cigar.
Dude.
And it was also the strongest cigar I've smoked.
Yeah, you could probably take some nicotine though, or you could take a bonus.
Yes, yeah. I like started smoking it, and like Abdullah was like, he's like, be careful. He's like, I know it looks like a feminine cigar because it's thin.
Yeah.
But he's like, but that one hits hard. But I still like,
Luckily, you've been training for it with the Zins.
Exactly, the Zins.
The tolerance is going up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you Zen in 6s nowadays or still in 3s?
Yeah. So the reason 6s actually used to fuck me up, but I was out there. I actually had to take like a 3-week break from Zins because they're illegal in Qatar.
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't get any out there. And then when we went to Dubai in the duty free, they had like nicotine pouches in the duty free. So I stopped there and I bought some. And like in the U.S., like Zins, like it'll tell you on the front like 3 milligrams. Out there, it like on the front, it just says like mild, medium, and strong. So I'm like, oh, I feel like I've tried the medium ones out here. Like one of his cousins had given me one of them, one of his brothers, and I was like, it wasn't that strong. So I'm like, I'm gonna get the strong ones.
Yeah.
So I get the strong ones, and then I'm like looking at the packaging, and I see on the back that they're 14 milligrams.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I pop one of them in, and like my gums are just on fire immediately.
It burns if it's too strong for you or something.
Well, like all like the nicotine pouches will give you like a slight burn, but like a 14 milligram one, you're like, holy shit,
Nice
that burns.
char.
Yeah, and it's like a crazy head rush. So then I got back to the States. And on the way back from the airport, we stopped at a gas station, and I bought like a 6 milligrams in. I popped it in. I'm like, wow, I feel absolutely nothing now after doing the 14 milligram ones. But now I'm back down to like 3s, and I alternate between I alternate between 3s and 6s now.
What do you guys eat out there in Qatar?
Like, just like normal food.
Normal food? Yeah. But do you have like a...
This guy...
It's very, like, it's an international...
cuisine.
Yeah, there's like places from like all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
This guy has the craziest diet ever. This man lives off of like Shake Shack burgers, pizza, and milkshakes. I'm like, hey, like, you know, I haven't been training. I want to get back in shape. Let's eat something healthy. He's like, all right, let's go get pizza. I'm like, that's not my standard for healthy.
Go get pizza. All right.
Different standard.
But to be fair, the food out there, just in general, is significantly cleaner. Like the pizza out there is absolutely cleaner than like
higher
the pizza here.
Quality pizza.
It's like higher quality ingredients, not as much
Nice.
oil and shit added to it. Like I came back in better shape, even eating like that out there compared to here.
You guys ever had baklava?
Oh,
yes.
brother. I had the best baklava of my life out there.
Out there?
Yeah. We went to, it was a Turkish spot, right?
Yeah.
So there's just like a bunch of steak and stuff, and then for dessert, they give us baklava. It literally tastes completely different than the baklava that I've had in the States. Like it's like a completely different food.
You've had baklava before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had it for the first time with Dorian from Aiga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was mind blown. I was looking at it. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna. It looks a little dry and like it's not something I would pick. And you bite into it, it's moist and sweet and sticky. I'm like,
Yeah, did you have the one that we had too? They put like this. It's like homemade Turkish ice cream, right?
Yeah.
They put homemade Turkish ice cream in the middle of it, and they do like a whole
melts in
show
there.
with like a knife. flip
Yeah.
it
Did they
over,
like pour
spread
the
it
searing
out.
hot stuff on it? I've seen.
No,
those
not
videos.
on the baklava. No. But yeah, they look like fucking professionals. They pop the thing off. They smear the homemade ice cream on it. It was like the best dessert I've ever had, honestly.
that's amazing.
Yeah. Qatar have a good relationship with Turkey, so like the people working there are actually from Turkey, like the chefs and
Authentic.
stuff,
Yeah.
authentic. So they do it like really, really well.
Damn, that's what's up.
gotta open up
Baklava and cigars,
Bro, yeah.
Cigars, yeah.
good combo.
It is.
I think that night we did that. We had steak.
Steak, yeah. We went to
baklava,
dinner with Valeria, yeah.
And then we came to my place and you guys smoked cigars there.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. It was great.
You grew up in Qatar your whole life, right?
Yeah.
What would you say, like, I mean, I'm sure you've been sort of all over the world at this point. What would you say is like something unique to Qatar you can't find anywhere else?
I think I grew up in a very like multicultural environment. So like in Qatar, most people go to international schools, or many people do, and it's normal for me to grow up around people that are from different places.
Yeah.
So when I travel and I go to places where it's just like one race of people, it's kind of weird to me.
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
What's Qatar's language?
Arabic, but
Arabic,
English
yeah.
is heavily emphasized because the Qatar population is 300,000, the Qatari national population in comparison to the entire population, which is like 3 million.
Oh wow.
So
only 300,000 are actually
Qatari,
Qataris.
and in comparison to 3 million.
Okay.
So we have people from like all over the world, from America, Canada, all over Europe, Southeast Asia.
And like, so your family is like, they run the country. They lawmakers, they run the economics, they deal with the trade, or
question mark.
I'm wondering, seriously, I'm just,
So how it's set up is that the emir, he's from the same family as me, and the emir has
The emir's like the president.
Yeah, president.
Essentially.
Emir
Okay.
means leader in the Arabic language. A leader.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They don't like to use the word king so much because king is very leader is more.
More
King can almost be like dictator-ish.
Yeah.
And you guys are looking to be not that.
more
Yeah.
modern,
Yeah,
leader.
culturally they prefer that.
more progressive.
Culturally,
Yeah.
I mean, this is not from now. This is, thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
They prefer the term emir rather than king, and so he's the emir, and he delegates ministers. So ministers can be from the royal family and don't have to be from the royal family. So the people in the government are a mix.
Did you
Right.
grow up quite religious?
Religion is it's a big part of the society.
Yeah, really.
But it's very like tolerant. It's very moderate and
Yeah.
and tolerant.
Very
So
open.
if you
Very open.
Yeah.
does somebody have to pick your wife, or you get to do that?
No.
No?
It's of course you get to choose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we have a lot of like I think we were talking to Bobby or something.
Yeah,
like
Bobby
that.
about,
Bobby's
like,
like
arranged marriages.
like most of his family, I think is like
Yeah.
arranged
Yeah, his
marriages.
parents was an arranged marriage.
Yeah.
He's debating himself getting an arranged marriage.
He was telling us like, I'm gonna try for another couple of years, and then I'm gonna keep going.
Hasn't been having that much success.
Bobby,
I don't think he knows how to pick them too well.
let's let his family do it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's funny. Well, that's good for like they keep in the family. It's like we see a lot of Turkish or just different people that come to the U.S. and they're very family oriented. They live together. Maybe they start off renting one apartment and then they branch off, build different businesses. And it's the way to do it. Stick to the family, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
Yeah, in Qatar it's like that. We live close with each other. So
Yeah,
my parents have a house. We'll most likely have a house close to them.
yeah,
I think it's nicer because like the cousins all grow up together and
yeah.
it creates a nicer.
You end up
nicer
closer
bond.
to each other because of that. You're all
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the
I'm
closer
trying-
you are, it's the better. As you grow older, people get put into influential positions, and you
Yeah.
can, you
Yeah.
know,
It's like
help
you
each
want
other.
the people around you who are, you're all rising higher up. It's like blood connection is
Yeah.
nothing stronger, so you can trust them
Exactly.
indefinitely.
Yeah. One of my goals is to make enough money I could buy a big piece of land, build some big old houses on there. Mom, dad over there, brother
Yeah.
here, and me here. You know,
Whole complex.
Whole complex. That's the way to do it.
Nicky Rod Qatar.
Yep. I'm gonna have like 50 kids as well. So
15?
50.
50.
50. Yeah. Wow. Ish.
All boys?
Come on, brother.
Of
We're not Can't waste these genetics.
So Nicky Rod read a book on how to conceive a boy,
I heard.
Yep, and it worked.
and it worked.
Yep.
worked.
I am.
Do you want to explain the science or?
Yeah, I mean, no problem. I've studied long and hard. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Long yeah. Yeah. So first, it started off with I was talking to Tim Kennedy about this. You know, Tim Kennedy, right? And he was like, he told me, I'm gonna butcher the story a little bit, but he was like, all right, he flew to like Afghanistan or something like that to go do battle, right?
War.
He was
Real
real war, battle, and he was like, all right, I didn't come for 2 months, right? And he was like, I was eating like fucking horse meat and like like strawberries. Like that's it. You know what I mean?
The most male of all berries.
Yeah.
Most masculine of all the berries. Yes.
And then he was like, yeah, I did battle. Then flew his wife out after 2 months, and they conceived the baby. I was like, all right, I do a version of that. I drove 6 hours to Pittsburgh for a match, 3 versus 1, dominated my opponents. Right.
Basically war.
Right.
Do you have any berries?
I did have some blueberries.
There you go.
Yep.
True.
I had some. I didn't come for 2 days, not 2 months, but 2 days.
Just
short
2 months
version.
for you.
I tracked ovulation, so she was peak ovulation. One of the key components is that if she has an acidic, acidic pussy, we're gonna say, it's that acid is gonna kill that acid kind of burns off the male sperms, and it allows for the female sperms to swim up. So big no. Yeah, so you gotta catch her peak ovulation, make her come, and then when you finish, more than likely you'll get a boy, and that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. Also, I tracked it so well. Like I only came once, and I didn't come again because I was like, I don't want to make a mistake and make a female, So,
Oh my God.
So I was like, if this insemination doesn't work, I'm just gonna wait next cycle and go again, So, when
Got the job done.
When I shoot, I don't miss, brother.
Just want to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors, Massive Supplements and Violent Hippie. Use code SimpleMan, all caps, for 15% off both of those companies. Massive Supplements, trademarked Smash and Greens, Smash and Reds, very nutrient-dense foods. I personally use their creatine and BCAAs during my workout and sometimes even before the workout. For Violent Hippie, they have soaps, USDA CBD oils, T-shirts, rash guards, you name it, owned by former Navy SEAL Mitch Aguiar. Use Simple Man to get 15% off.
Guys, Violent Hippie, Massive Supplements, get the Smashing Greens, Smashing Reds, all the vitamins, nutrients you need to get that body that you want.
Natty Rod style.
What's up, y'all? It's Damien Anderson and Nicky Rod from the Simple Man Podcast. We're here to let you know that our merch is live. You guys want some T-shirts, some fancy cups, support the Simple Man Podcast, and get our merch. Link in bio. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Nicky Rod. If you're looking to support the Simple Man Podcast and myself, please check out carnejerky.com, CarneJerky.
Anaconda Fightwear sent us some braces. I actually used it before. That's how I found out about the company first, was when I tore my meniscus going against Gabe Souza. All the other knee braces would slide, and I fucking hated it. This one has like 2 straps, so you put the knee brace on, and there's padding.
I constantly use a knee brace. Like I don't train without a knee brace on my left knee now, so I'm definitely going to try these out. Oh, shout out to Anaconda Fightwear.
Dude, we can make a master race of jiu-jitsu athletes.
Brother, I don't got those Nicky Rod genetics, all right?
The thing about your kids
I'll
is
give
they're
you
going to
one
have
of
to
mine.
struggle.
I'm fucking 5'8", brother.
You see Nicky when he was a kid?
I did, yeah. Well, maybe that could be diet. You just feed them steak and potatoes.
Strawberries.
Yeah, so they get high cholesterol like you.
High cholesterol, also high muscle peaks.
That is true.
We shall see. Yeah, I've been doing good, trying to lower my cholesterol. I've been eating chicken and olives mainly.
I heard that didn't go too well.
What do you mean?
I heard he got another blood work test
no, what
done,
happened?
and it was like worse than before.
Yes.
No.
So yes.
This is news to me.
So I got
Damien told me.
so I got new blood work maybe like a month and a half ago now, and
Didn't tell
it was it was slightly worse. And I was eating just less red meat than overall. Like before, I was eating like 5-6 meals, mainly just steak and ground beef. And I was like, all right, I'll just eat till I'm full and not like push past. Because before I was pounding meat because I was convinced that if I didn't eat my body weight in protein, I was gonna shrink. That's obviously not the case. And then
Sound bro science right there.
yeah. And then I ate pretty clean for 2 weeks and got new blood work. And then I went from LDL at like 180 to like 150. So that's that's a good it's better.
Yeah.
It's better. So
it's the right direction. I don't know if it's good. I don't know
it's
if
better.
the numbers are
LDL, you should be like I think it's like 110. You shouldn't really be over that. So I was like,
so
I went from 180 to 150. It's better.
Better?
So I think if I continue to eat chicken and olives for a few more weeks, I'll be slightly better.
But was your blood work worse?
No, yeah, I was. Okay, so I'm saying the blood work I got like a month and a half ago was slightly worse than the more plates, more dates, and then I ate clean for 2 weeks and it was slightly better. I dropped like 20, 30 points.
Oh, okay.
So I think if I give 2 months of eating pretty clean, I think it'll lessen it even more. Bro, I watched this video that these carnivore guys, right, were eating. They're eating carnivore, so just mainly red meat. So this guy's LDL was like 320,
sure.
over 300, right? And then they wanted to implement. They wanted to see the difference that a statin made, like a pill for cholesterol, versus just implementing carbs. So he took a statin, and the statin lowered him from like 320 to like 220, right? And then he goes back to carnivore diet, gets his cholesterol back up to 300, and then he eats like 12 Oreos a day for 3 weeks, just for the carb, right? And the carb
12 Oreos a day for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that lowered him from 320 to 120.
No.
So over 100 points less.
Oreos?
Yeah, but it's the carb. But he just did the Oreos. He just did Oreos.
They just chose Oreos as the form of carbs.
It could have been bread or
Why did
fucking
carbs
fruit.
do that?
Because if you have a no carb or extremely low carb diet, then I think your body uses more LDL or needs more cholesterol.
Uses more fat for energy.
More fat for energy, yeah. So the moment you start implementing a slightly more carbs, then you don't need as much LDL in circulation. So
this is just flipping my whole. Like I've heard so long.
I'll send you the video.
Low sugar, low carbs is actually going to help your fat profile, and now this is flipping it all.
Every 6 months you do research, and the doctors are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they're all like every 6 months, like, "Oh, we were completely wrong."
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nobody knows the answers, bro.
No one knows what's out there.
It's insane. And then I hear some doctors are like, yeah, if you have high LDL, high cholesterol, like and you're lean, you're a super performer. And I'm like, that's what I feel I am.
I'm gonna go with that way. I'm a super performer. Performer. I've heard some doctors, like I've seen, I don't know, like podcasts, some like reliable information sources. They're saying this is like all genetic. Diet won't do anything. It's all about your genetic, what your liver does. Most of the fat profile comes from not what you eat, but what your liver does or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it's mainly genetic, but definitely I saw definitely a 30-point decrease in LDL just from eating clean for 2 weeks. So I'm gonna eat clean for 2 more months, get blood work done, and then
see what happens. Then you're gonna tell me this time? I need to know this time. Yeah, keep it a secret.
I'll let you know. We're trying to get healthy.
Yeah.
Just stay. I want to do this shit for as long as possible.
That's it. Stay healthy.
I'm trying to be like a jacked 95-year-old. That'd be sick.
That'd be so cool.
Riding
Are
dirt
you guys
bikes.
all lifting these days, like consistently, or
Not consistently, no.
on and off?
Yeah.
Are you a lifter?
Yeah, I lift, but leading up to the past, like last week and this week, I stopped.
Yeah.
Like since coming here, I didn't lift.
What's been like your routine outside of like off mat training, like cardio, weights?
Yeah, I would do jiu-jitsu like twice a day, or I'll do either one long session, will be like jiu-jitsu session, and then I'll do drills after, or some specific training after, and I'll pick to lift weights. Not so much cardio, but I would lift weights.
Bicep curls.
Not bicep curls because my grips would get like super jammed for jiu-jitsu. I would
They
do
get too
like
strong.
no, like I won't be able to train properly.
Because your arms would be sore?
Yeah. So I would do like bigger muscle groups, and then from those bigger muscle groups, the smaller muscle groups work.
Like accessories, like a
yeah.
deadlift or a bench, and
Yeah,
then like
exactly.
a tricep thing or a
Yeah, exactly,
I built my body pretty much from doing back, like rows, and curls. That's pretty much.
This man's tore his bicep before.
Why you bring it up?
That injury, like the way it happened, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna stick with him for a while.
If I could, it was just the ideal situation for ripping a bicep.
Yeah, it was a perfect storm.
How I tore my bicep, I was at my home gym in New Jersey, right? And there's this preacher curl machine that it's perfectly built for my my height and
Like
length
the
and-
Che Guevara cigars, but for Nicky Rod's biceps.
Yeah.
It's like that.
It was like the Lord put this preacher curl machine there for me. It's just the specs of it is perfect for the way I curl. So I just had 2 amazing arm days back to back, and then the next day I go to wrestling practice, but I show up like 30-40 minutes late, so I get almost no warm up, right? And I do like a little bullshit warm up, like just like, you know, move around for 2 minutes, and then I go right into live. I shake the guy's hand and I shoot in for a single leg and just blow my arm out the first movement I do. And I'm thinking, I'm like, this is ridiculous. I just tore my own bicep. Guarantee if I had a better warm up and maybe slightly less of an arm day, I would have been fine.
Right.
But
did you it didn't completely detach, right?
no, it did. Yeah. So I have an abnormality where I have two tendons on my biceps. So pretty much I have a tricep for a bicep. but yeah, well, most people have, you know, one big tendon. I have 2 big tendons. So I tore the inside of my left bicep, so the inside was like all the way up here and the outside one was still attached. So it was it was terrible. I just couldn't move my arm. I was pretty sad. I was out of training for like 3 months, but it took me like a year to like mentally recover from it, because before that I was like, I'm invincible. Like I did like I was like there's humans and then there's Nicky Rod, and that was
we thought that too. Then this happened and we're like, oh,
it was pretty hard to
Accept.
recognize that I'm just like I'm just a person, you know?
The thing is, I think maybe you could look at it positively. It's like your muscle is too strong for your skeleton.
Well, now they put titanium in there, so I'm like, obviously I'm stronger now because I have metal inside my arm. Upgraded the biceps. So that was a learning process, you know. It sucked, but I guess it happened for a reason, you know. Whatever, it is what it is. It's in the past.
It's behind us.
Yeah. How's your body, dude?
Yeah, we're holding up.
Yeah,
you know?
You've been looking good nowadays, scrapping with JayRod here and there.
Yeah. I gotta limit that to make sure the body stays healthy.
Yeah.
This fucking guy asked me every single round of every single day to roll with him. I'm like, go get someone your own size, you piece of
And he
shit.
comes after me.
Yeah. I'm like, I'll do 1 round a week with you. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep getting fucking injured.
I said, it's too bad we didn't catch on camera, but after yesterday's or a couple days ago podcast, I'm like, training with JayRod for me is like eating raw broccoli. It's so good for you in the sense of like it pushes me like cardio and whatever, but it's so unpleasant. So it's like eating raw broccoli. That's what I describe it as. But what would you say are some future plans for you in jiu-jitsu? Could be like competitive wise, it could be like aspirations, either in Qatar or elsewhere. What's on the horizon for you?
For me, 2 main goals I think would be with grappling and nogi, of course, the organization that
0 or 2 or something else. Yeah, something.
That would be something. That's something great, and lining up hopefully. And then with the gi would be doing the Asian Games and Indoor Asian Games. So that's a push from the Qatar Olympic Committee or under the IOC, International Olympic Committee. So in a place like Qatar, this is a top-down incentive. Me and Ethan spoke a bit about it. So our Emir, actually, he grew up being a tennis player, and he wanted to become a professional tennis player. He was very good. And
tough sport.
Yeah, because of that, he knows the value of sport, and he really wants to promote sport throughout the entire country. Sport and education, or education through sport. Like sport gives people
it's a very healthy thing for a government to prioritize.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like, I wish Canada and the US kind of like, the US does it more than Canada, but like just kind of fund it more. You'll end up with a better, I think, overall society.
Is most of your training has it been in the gi? Majority of your
no,
training?
both.
Both, yeah?
Yeah, both.
Equally.
What do you like
equally.
more?
I like nogi more
Yeah.
because I feel like
It's more fun.
More athleticism.
yeah, it's funner, and then you don't have to like bother yourself with like death grips.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you can be more technical than someone, but if someone has a death grip,
then it's
for me it works both ways because I also like to use death grips. But
I remember I used to train in the gi, and I was like, I would prepare for a tournament, and anytime I would prepare for a gi tournament, I would do only gi for like a couple weeks leading up. My fingers, my wrist, it would just get like, it's like I stuck it in a blender. Like after a week, I would like this is not sustainable. Like no gi, you just kind of fly around. There's so much less like joint damage. I found
you can tell a guy that trains gi just by their hands. They have arthritis everywhere.
Yeah,
the knuckles are swollen. Yeah,
brutal. So okay, so some work with that mysterious organization, and Qatar in itself is the Emir. It's called, right?
Yeah.
He's into tennis, so he's very heavily influenced by like he wants to make sort of athletics more integrated into Qatar. So do you think like jiu-jitsu is gonna be in the mix with like integration of athleticism into the, I don't know, education system or into,
I don't think
life?
I think what Qatar appreciate is people from the country doing well, especially on like international circuit. And they're very motivated to support people that are from the country who do well. So I'll do my best for that, and hopefully the recognition will come and the developments will happen.
I guess some jiu-jitsu out
there. There's great jiu-jitsu out there.
But they're all big.
Yeah. Well, the guys I train with are big. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like much more like gi oriented too.
Yeah.
Most of the gyms.
Is it more gi in Qatar? Okay.
Gi is much bigger. Yeah.
Like, Leo's just moseying around out there.
JayRod must be out there.
Like Checkmat only has like what, 2 no-gi classes a week?
Yeah, three a week.
3 a week. Yeah.
And then when we have like a
we got a Leo cameo.
This is my guard dog.
Nice.
This is vicious.
You have any pets back home?
No, I used to have a cat, but the cat passed away, sadly.
Oh, really?
All right.
Was it like one of those cool athletic like
It was a stray cat, and I rescued it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
And
sorry, go ahead.
It was like so small, and it grew, and then my brother found it.
Oh
He
man.
passed away. Then we buried it in the beach in our backyard. And
R.I.P. We're just talking about pets, the other podcast.
Where were you?
Or no, I think one that came out. I don't know. I don't think it was the last one. It was. No, we're talking about dogs, childhood dogs growing up. But yeah, sad topic.
By the way, if Nicky didn't come to Qatar, I don't think he would be like physically fit. I think the only reason
is
he
he
did
physically
physio,
fit right now? Or?
No,
That is
physio.
true.
Wait, what?
He got he has like a physio out there.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I was like, well, if it's this easy, I don't have to do any work. I just need to
The physio
show
literally comes
up.
to him.
He can't say
after
no at that
training.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually did some proper physio out there to rehab my injuries, which helped a lot.
Yeah. So you find it helps, like the physical therapy?
No,
Like
yeah. I've never like said that it didn't help. I've always just been way too lazy to set up.
Fair enough.
Like physical therapy appointments. I've done it before. Like I did it when I had my meniscus repaired. I did physio for months and months and months. Yeah, especially since it's so important for the repair. But like the ACL, I did no rehab pretty much. I mean, hey, the ACL feels better than the no meniscus.
You don't even
knee,
have it. You don't need it. It's gone. What are you going to rehab something that isn't there?
Exactly.
Waste of time. But no, so the ankle rehab out there was good. And
Yes, yeah.
When he first came, he wasn't able to train properly. He would just go with me because I'm like so much lighter than him. He didn't
cherry
mind.
pick his rounds.
Yeah. Like I wasn't training here when
Yeah,
I at
I
B
remember.
team because like every time I would roll here, it would just immediately swell up and get worse again. So I'm like, all right, I need to take some time off and let this thing get better.
Plus the spike ball.
So I took
Spike ball's rehab, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then so I got to Qatar and like I started out training, but like I couldn't really do proper passing, like couldn't wrestle at all. But then as the weeks went on and I did physio, like maybe 3-4 times a week, it helped a lot. And he was doing, what is it called, like heat ultrasound therapy?
Yeah, he was doing ultrasound and he did like the ice compression, and then he did like the electric shock.
Yeah, the electric shock
he was
stuff.
doing a bunch of different things.
And like I saw like the inflammation go down very quickly because like remember when I was out here, it was like that it was just
marshmallow.
swollen for like just almost an entire month straight, and it just wasn't going away.
You already have
And then-
cankles, so if they're swelling up a little bit.
And then when we started doing that stuff, like the inflammation went down very quickly.
Yeah, the Dr. Vino has like X-ray vision.
Yes,
He
yes.
like, yeah, he can like just feel it, and he'll like immediately spot out
Yeah,
where
like,
it is.
like he immediately saw like the swelling and stuff, and just the first ligament he touches, he's like, "Does that hurt?" I'm like, "Yeah, that fucking really
Yeah,
hurts."
he's super high
He's like,
level.
"Yeah, this is the ligament that was sprained," and like, yeah,
Anytime I play like footsies and I have like swelling in my foot, I just go to him, and he literally like 48 hours after that, it's like super good.
Good physio out
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, been through plenty of physios over my career, unfortunately. But did you do physical therapy for that arm, or?
Yeah, I did a lot of lightweight curls. I went to a lady or a physio like twice, just so she could tell me what to do, and I just kind of continued to take her advice, and do a bunch of research on YouTube and whatnot, how to rehab. But it was pretty simple. Just do a bunch of the variations.
It's just like
curls.
use the thing that's hurt in a very moderate way until you could use it the way you wanted to use it.
Yep,
A version of that, pretty much. But yeah,
exactly.
I did the same. I did like stims, like the electro therapy for the muscle, ultrasound stuff for my knee a lot as well. No, what you got there? Olipop in a horn.
I had a rep from them actually reach out to me because we talked about this on the podcast.
No way.
I forgot to answer though.
Brother, answer that.
Yeah,
we
he's
need
like
that.
one
Open
of the
those
reps.
DMs, man. That's
I know. I
crazy.
saw it and I was like, I'm definitely gonna answer this one, and then it just
then it
never
just, like,
happened.
got-
You
yeah.
need a manager.
You know who? I've been talking to Tony. I think I'm gonna make Tony my manager.
No way.
Tony Lugo. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Tony will
because
do
I
it.
want to
Tony's
start
good.
setting up like one seminar a month. It's like, bro, it's like an extra 6 figures a year if I just
Yeah,
do
for
one
sure.
seminar a month. I'm just so fucking
You probably have
lazy.
so many people reach out to you.
Oh,
For
I have
sure
tons
you
of
do.
DMs asking me to do seminars, and I just I
Keeps
never
you, like,
answer.
active. Keeps you like out there. Like people see you more, and it's just again like it's not passive income, but it's good income.
I mean, bro,
It's-
a weekend, one weekend a month,
like a Friday,
it would be over 6 figures a year.
Yeah, bro.
Insane.
And whenever I teach a seminar, like I get a boost in instructional sales because people are like, oh, like
they go to-
I want to support this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they like that you can actually teach well, and then they just like buy your stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
Very great.
Yeah. What I think the sunset. Are we good to call it? What do you guys think? Is there anything else you want to?
Any questions
Yeah.
you guys have?
You have any questions?
I'm sort of scared to ask too many stupid
Just
questions.
ask,
to be honest.
and then
I don't know what
we can just
to.
edit it out. Ask as many stupid questions as you want. It's fine.
What is the stupidest question you've ever been asked?
Do you want me to say what Nicky
Besides
Rod?
this one. Yes. Dude, yeah, please, honestly.
Okay, so we're hanging out, and Seth was there, and Nicky Rod, and then
I know it. I know
This
it.
is
Oh,
it.
oh, yes.
I think you were there. I can't remember. Were you there?
Maybe,
And then
maybe.
he was like, Nicky Rod was like, so is Qatar just like a desert? And then Seth just looked at Nicky Rod. The thing is, Nicky Rod is so innocent.
He's like, what? Bro, I
Yeah,
don't know.
he's like-
Is it?
I thought Texas was a desert before I came here. There's trees and stuff.
Yeah, but Nicky Rod is so innocent, so it's like,
But you guys have trees out there, yeah?
yeah.
I'm saying all I see from Qatar is you guys riding in the dunes. So I'm like, that's a desert. And you got the ocean.
There is
They do
like
have the ocean.
real desert. Like it's rare to find those like massive
Yeah.
sand dunes. Like it's not, that's
Dude,
uncommon. Like that's
you guys know about the Pearl in Qatar? Like
No.
Pearl?
that's where I stayed. It's a man-made island.
Oh, I don't know about that specific one, but I've seen like the palm tree islands. It's
Yeah,
like that.
similar to that, yeah.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like,
they-
how
tell
long
us,
ago
yeah.
was it built? The
Like,
Pearl?
yeah, what was it? About 10 years ago.
Oh, it's recent.
Yeah, it's
about 10 years ago.
crazy, bro. Like you go there, you would never think that this island was not here 10 years ago.
Crazy.
Yeah,
They
it's
just like
insane.
suck up the seafloor and like blow it into a pile, basically.
It could be the new Atlantis one day.
Yes.
or it was, and they just like
They pulled it up.
vacuumed it up. Okay, so that was the dumbest question. what are some like more interesting things about your? Because it's a very unique guest to have on the podcast. It's a unique like situation, life situation. Like, what would you say is something maybe you want to tell our listeners, you want to just tell us about like your story and where you've been, where you going. Last little bit, what do you think?
Like, I don't know how to answer that.
I not really. I know. Maybe.
He's like, I rule the fucking country.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's cool that like someone of your status is on the Simple Man podcast. I think it's, I don't know if cool is you probably shouldn't be on this podcast.
There's some things we might have to edit out.
Tell us. The viewers will have no idea. There's some stuff we edit, you know?
Qatar royalty, my guy.
Qatar royalty.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Indeed.
So, all right. Well,
an honor to have you on, my guy.
Yes.
No.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very nuts.
Very much.
Thank you very nuts. Guys, massive supplements, Anaconda, knee braces, elbow braces, wrist braces,
Yep.
carne jerky.
Get your
you know
snacks.
the drill.
Get your snacks.
Let's throw
buy
a-
Nicky Ryan's
Yeah.
Instructionals. You guys want to learn how to wrestle up, right? You want to do some leg locks. What else you got?
Yeah, we got wrestle up, back takes out of leg entanglements, and then passing just came out a few months ago. And then when I stop sucking in competition, I'll release another one.
There we go.
you
Soon
go.
to be sponsored by Olipop. Maybe. Get some fiber in your diet, potentially, but only once Nicky checks his DMs or when Tony checks Nicky's DMs.
Yeah, no, I really should just have someone running my Instagram account, honestly.
Yeah,
Tony.
for sure.
Dunzo.
Yeah.
That's it. Guys, if you like the episode, leave a like, subscribe, and leave a Qatari flag in honor of our Qatari friend, royalty, soon to be. You
End it there.
Yeah. Never mind. Leave a Qatari flag, guys. Support us, and thanks for watching. Ethan Crelinsten.
Nicky Rod.
Nicky Ryan.
Salman Al Thani.
See you next time.
See you next time.